Welcome back to the Sunday Pulse, where we are discussing a lot of things about WCS, but it's not all WCS this and that, because this weekend is finally DreamHack, the tournament that everyone is so excited and highly anticipating, especially just because they're not part of WCS. This weekend, April 26th, the premier tournament organizer in Europe will commence their circuit in Stockholm, Sweden, as hundreds of players will gather for the DreamHack Open. We've already talked about several of the players attending, but I want to ask you guys, the big blueberry elephant in the room.
Blueberry elephant?
Yeah, the blueberry elephant in the room.
Is that an inside joke?
No, it's not.
I have to share this joke. Can I share that joke? Can we talk about
no,
Blueberry?
I don't think.
I want to tell the story of Blueberry.
Ben, don't do it.
All right, go ahead, Ben. You have the floor. 30 seconds.
All right, Blueberry elephant. New Year's Eve, this past New Year's Eve, I took Kevin to meet my family. I brought my man. I brought my boy home to meet mom and dad. And so we went out on New Year's Eve to a famous place in Atlanta called the Claremont Lounge. Now, the Claremont is if you've watched The Lion King, you know the elephant graveyard. That's what the Claremont. That's what the Claremont is for strippers. It's where old strippers go to die. So we went there and we met Blueberry. Blueberry is about 5'2", about 350, and she's maybe in her mid-50s. And she was very eager to do some work for Kevin. So I
Did you tip her well?
I invested, and it was a good time. So the Blueberry elephant in the room is a reference to Kevin's fantastic and memorable New Year's Eve.
All right.
It was a good time.
Was it good for you?
So the South is awesome. That's all I say. Moving on, boys.
The big blueberry elephant in the room. Is Sweden ready for Coach Park? I'll start off
bro,
with you, Ben.
No way. No one is ready for Coach Park, dog. If Coach Park walked in on the MLG broadcast and he crossed his arms, it would have immediately turned into GSL Code.
All the Chinese players would have qualified immediately.
It would have just it would have been like watching Fox, the NFL on Fox, man. Da-da-dun, da-da-dun. Fighting robots would have come out in 3D. It would have been amazing.
Well, on a more serious note, Kev, you can even talk about. You want to talk about Coach Park?
Yeah,
go ahead.
We're not ready. I would really love to see Coach Park visit us one day, because I can just totally see like me going through some VODs and it's like, I think I'm gonna take a break. I think I've seen enough, and then you look behind you and. Actually, I'm gonna watch the games again, Coach Park.
Maybe I'll play a couple more ladder games.
I have to work on my.
That's the face of a killer.
I love Coach Park. Anyways, Dan, go on. I love Coach Park.
On a more serious note, guys, full player list has been released from DreamHack. All 96 of them, at least notable participants on Liquipedia. Hundreds will be gathering around for their chance for this true open tournament. Do you have any last-minute predictions, especially considering that there's lots of new players that we didn't know were going? Even talk about some of the storylines. Who has the most to prove? Who has the most to lose coming into this tournament?
A couple of guys that I'm going to be watching very closely. Sage, Violet, Lenok are the Koreans that I really want to see do well. Obviously, Sage has been turning a lot of heads. Love Violet. Haven't seen him play in a while, so I'm eager to see what he does. And, of course, Lenok is always such a monster. But for the non-Koreans, I'm going to be watching the Terrans, man. Thorazane has been in Korea, and a lot of people want to know, has that translated to success in Europe? I'm very curious. I think he has a ton to prove. If he does not perform well there, then there's going to be several people shaking their heads. Our buddy Fuser has recently left us, and he's going to be competing at DreamHack. He has got to win it. Come on, Fuser, you can do it. And, of course, Strelok, fresh off that great run through WCS EU. Strelok looked incredible at WCS, and I think this guy could finish top 8, top 4, maybe even win the damn thing.
I can't even tell
Okay,
you.
he's not going to win it because he's not on EG, so Coach Park will not be in his corner.
He'll get 5th, though.
But if he can dodge EG players, he's going to do just fine.
He's a little bit of bracket luck. Kev, what about you?
I am so excited, Dan. Seriously, I haven't been this excited for a StarCraft II tournament in a long time, and people often say that, but I am looking at this player list. It's like the good names. It just does not end. I want to make a small summary of the guys that I'm excited of. I wrote 3 sentences full, and then said, you know what? I'm not even going to mention all those guys. There are too many freaking cool stories. There are too many freaking cool players. I'm, of course, super excited to see all my friends play. But above all that, something that's kind of below the radar, even though on Reddit some people are talking about it, Pozzo and Coca, man. How freaking cool is it to see those guys again?
Yeah.
Because Coca was so damn good. I remember watching his games where he played against Sasa, I believe, in the TSL. That was really fun. Pozzo did good at our season, NASL Season 3, made it to the offline finals. Then had a lot of issues with his flights and stuff. He was very exhausted. Probably couldn't bring his A game. I am excited to watch Pozzo and Coca, but if you really want me to get started by all the other guys, it would just be MC, Hero, Hawk, Thorazane, Naniwa, Sasa.
It's everybody.
It is too many. Red, of course, TLO as well. Elias, Yu-Gi-Oh, Sage.
I feel like the big benefactor of all this WCS criticism is DreamHack. I think I'm so excited for this tournament because they don't have to worry about all these regional things.
And they have
everything
to prove. They're going to be bringing their A games.
Yeah.
You can count on the fact that DreamHack is going to put on the best show they possibly can. It's going to be awesome.
It's going to be so sick. It's their first Heart of the Swarm event as well, and you know they're going to go all out. I am so excited for this tournament. One more thing, by the way, then you said, who do you think has a lot to prove? I think that if I want to pick out one guy of all the players who are here who really has something to prove, is for GG. Come on, man. Like, why isn't he better than he is? Why
he's living in Europe. He doesn't have really an excuse.
Why is he not steamrolling those guys? Like, someone with his status, his past, I really expected more from 4GG than we've seen so far, and I hope that he comes through big time at DreamHack.
I completely agree. And I want to also show a promo trailer for DreamHack to get you guys hyped, because if you aren't hyped, just get a little taste of all the memories we had last year. DreamHack released a promo, and we cut a little bit of it to show you guys how we were excited for it as well.
The winner in 2012, you know his name, he's Liquid Hero! Focusing down the Marauders for the last attacking unit of Asia, or Shane just 90 supply. Tasia wants to break this. He wants to win DreamHack Valencia right here, right now.
Again, go to open.dreamhack.se for all information. April 26th to 27th, don't miss it. I'll be watching it for sure, as many screens as I can, especially because we also have something we can announce, can't we?
Well, not officially, but
I wouldn't do it.
It's fine. It's a good chance that we'll be doing some of the casting. Our boss still has to sign off on it. Oh God, famous words. But I think there's a really good chance that Kevin will be doing some casting this weekend. Not of the main stage event. Obviously, we're going to be doing it from the studio, but it'll be of the open brackets.
If you look at how many players there are, even if you have 15 streams covering this event, there's always good games.
Yeah, so hopefully we'll be able to bring that to you Friday and Saturday. I've definitely been talking to DreamHack about it, and with a little bit of luck, we'll be in here bringing in the action.
And I'd be so happy, Ben.
Dude,
I have a reason to smile again.
It would make my day.
It's been my day as well.
It's been a very cloudy year so far.
It's kind of like New York sky overcast, right? There's going to be a lot of players also playing under a new tag at DreamHack. In fact, we have lots of player moves that we didn't get to discuss the past couple of weeks. Clutch was able to bring you guys up to speed about all the player moves.
It's time to get a rundown of what's happening in the world of player moves for StarCraft II. After months of speculation, Naniwa has announced his new team, the Alliance. In a separate but hugely equal transaction, No Tidehunter, one of the premier European Dota 2 teams, has also signed with a new organization. Internet detectives have traced the Alliance to be connected to evil geniuses. However, no official statement has been made in regards to this discovery. World-renowned gaming team Nadas Vincere, Navi for short, acquires FXO Europe. Baby Knight, Happy Zerg, Lowly, Minato, and Strelok have all been transferred over to their new team. Strelok and Baby Knight will be competing under the Navi tag in the first season of Blizzard's WCS European Tournament. Elfie joins ENCE eSports after leaving Acer. Originally under a personal sponsorship, Elfie has joined a brand new Finnish organization called Enceladus under the motto, Ever to Excel, Better Than Others. This leaves Acer with no Protoss players. Several North Americans have also changed team addresses. A pair of Terrans, Kauai Rice and Talaya, joined Team My Intent after leaving Light Esports. Poke Bunny, formerly from Quantic Gaming, has retired, and Clarity Gaming picks up Sterling, a solid North American Terran player. Last but not least, Project Dark Horse, a cybersports network initiative, has raised nearly $1,700 to send Coca and Puzzle to DreamHack. With their return to StarCraft II after a 6-month hiatus, the former Slayers players will be looking to make a splash in the upcoming Stockholm Open. And that does it for this edition of Team Moves. You're watching The Pulse.
Also worth mentioning, Kane has joined Root Gaming. Kane, one of the top North American Zergs on ladder, always impressing online. As well as Hendrilisk, the Canadian Zerg, has joined Complexity, especially after he had a great run in the MLG qualifiers. What moves do you guys want to talk about? I mean, you already kind of mentioned Project Dark Horse was really good, but of course I know Naniwal is a close friend of yours as well, Kev. What do you guys think about some of these player moves? Begin with you, Kevin.
Nani joining the Alliance, obviously kind of still like a mystery for all of us. Like, what does that mean exactly? I don't know. What I do know is that I spoke with Johan a couple of times and that he's really happy where he is right now. He can only focus on the game. He doesn't have to worry about anything else. They've been very good to him. So that is really good news. We're going to see a Naniwal who has nothing else on his mind besides being the best, and we all know that he's capable of being the best. So that's something I'm very happy about. We'll see how it unfolds in the future. Like, is he going to get teammates or not? But anyways, I think that's great. I do want to talk about the Na'Vi switch a little bit. Like, Na'Vi getting into StarCraft II is a really big deal because Na'Vi is so huge in Dota. They have such a legendary Counter-Strike team. That team right now, they kind of took over the former FXO Europe. Looking at the roster, it's Baby Knight, Happy Zerg, Lowly, Minato, Strelok. That's cool. It's a strong team. But I want more. Like, I want Na'Vi to be that super Ukrainian powerhouse, basically the national Ukrainian team. Because I really don't think it's impossible to make that happen. Dimaga is a free agent. Why the hell is Dimaga not in Na'Vi? I mean, sure, probably has to do with money, but come on, somewhere there has to be a rich Ukrainian who loves oil and loves Dimaga. So get Dimaga on that team.
That's
and then
a good one.
I think Wydra is in the phase of at a point in his career that I don't think that he's joining a team for money anymore. He has a good deal going on with Thermaltake. I'm not sure if he's even allowed to go somewhere possibly, but I really think something might be possible to get Wydra as like a captain of Team Na'Vi and then the other Ukrainian guys below it. If you have Dima, if you have Strelok, perhaps Cass one day can join it too. Like, that's the Na'Vi that I want to see. That's my dream Na'Vi. And Baby Knight, just become Ukrainian and you can be part of the team because you're really good.
Ben, any comments on any of the moves?
Yeah, I agree. Kevin was saying something really cool about Na'Vi a couple of weeks ago when this news first dropped, and that's, in Counter-Strike, Na'Vi was undisputedly the best.
Fnatic, Na'Vi, SK, those three, and the Pole.
The same can really be said for Dota.
In Dota,
Yeah, just undisputedly. So now we've got their StarCraft II squad. Like Kev said, it's a strong squad, but I don't think anybody's going to make a case for them being the strongest squad anywhere.
I mean, this roster is good.
Maybe
but
if they move to NA.
Now, this roster is good. Certainly in Minato, I still think is a really strong up-and-coming Zerg player. Strelok showed that he's in great shape. Baby Knight, without a doubt, one of the best Protoss players in Europe. Happy Zerg, I love you. But you're not Dima.
Hey, careful.
I know.
Careful.
Now, Happy Zerg is good, and Lowly has a great run last year at WCS. But in general, this is a strong team. But I want to see Na'Vi to be that amazing team.
That said, I think that with Na'Vi's support, this is a team that's got some pretty deep pockets. They can make things happen, and so maybe we'll see these guys continue to develop to new levels. Maybe they're gonna give them the secret Na'Vi super pill, and
I still think that it's possible to get this Ukrainian powerhouse team. That would create so many fans, because you know how lovely those Ukrainians are going to be, like how happy the entire scene is going to be to cheer for those guys everywhere. I can see like a strong nationalistic feeling going on over there, so I think that would be so cool.
The
and
Alliance
I hope it happens.
is another huge Dota squad too, though, right? They won.
Yeah, no Tidehunter. They just won the DreamHack Invitational number 2.
So that's really interesting, seeing these big Dota squads. Like, there's been such a close, I don't know, almost marriage between StarCraft and Dota, it seems, in the last few months.
Yep.
So that's kind of neat.
Even from us.
Because the enemy of our enemy is our friend.
Oh, that was poetic.
It looks like that's a good way to wrap up the last of our news. Do you guys have any last comments?
7,000 karma for Kev from MrBitter.
We've exhausted most of our topics. I do want to remind you guys that this is your last opportunity to get points in. If you feel like Ben or Kevin did a good job, type in !karma Ben/Kevin, and how many points you want to give. 50 is the max. Get them in as much as you can as we cover our last topic. The last bit of news that I want to mention is that Team Liquid is hosting another map making contest. If you're a map maker, I implore you to submit your work to this competition. Maps are what keeps StarCraft II interesting and fresh in the metagame. In the previous map making contest, the 3 maps we got were, does anybody know? Ben, Kev?
Cloud Kingdom, Ohana, and
Coral Compound.
that crappy map. I shouldn't say that about a community-made map. It didn't play as well as Cloud Kingdom and Ohana.
Hey, that map was pretty good for Void Railings.
and 7 gates.
The Ognis remembers as well.
Come on, these maps have given us some of the most epic games and overused StarCraft II memes, though. So please, map makers, I know that it's often a thankless job.
Did you know,
considering the lack of support,
that Ohana means family? Did you guys know that?
It's been so long that we casted that I almost forgot it.
Did you know that Lauren also went to WonderCon? We're gonna take a quick break and send you guys off with this nice little bit. Lauren's been on the field working. Some people have been asking her where she's been on the polls. Well, she's been doing stuff like this. We'll be back in a minute, guys, with our trivia, our final fun fact frenzy to bet all the points. This is Sunday Polls. Don't go anywhere.
Hi guys, my name is Lauren Elise, and I am here at WonderCon 2013. I dressed up as a Wonder Woman. Here there are all kinds of exhibitors, artists, cosplayers, and then there's just people that are walking around just enjoying puppets, games, and action figures, and comic books, toys, plush toys, stuffed toys. I'm gonna go crazy. I don't even know where to start.
I am Liliana of the Veil from Magic the Gathering.
I'm actually playing Nisa Ravane.
I'm dressed as a Dalek from Doctor Who. I looked on the internet a lot for photos for inspiration and ideas.
So actually, I had to get a whole face mold done, and then they had to cast them out of silicone. They stay until a certain product takes it off.
So I have R2A6 here with me. Is this your first time to WonderCon?
Have a magical day.
I am here with Scott Allen, who is a nerd in charge.
I am, first and foremost, a member of the 501st Legion. I'm also the Legion charity officer. Today we're doing a fundraiser for the Children's Hospital of Los Angeles. You know, we'll be every con that we can to try to do some kind of a fundraiser like this for a good cause.
Wow, Scott, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Oh! Cool.
Round 1, fight!
Oh, it's a mini me. I can't do it. What's your name?
I'm Steve Moore. It's called Shiyun and the Theory of Fuzzy Entanglements. In Shiyun's adventures, there is no limit. They're able to explore the universe. The whole story plays with the idea that if you have a long enough timeline, anything's possible. I can explore alien worlds, I can explore the past, the future.
This is a booth of science fiction independent feature films that were all made with the support of crowdfunding on Kickstarter and Indiegogo, which allows you to put a pitch video up there and add perks as incentives for people who back you now.
I think what's cool about WonderCon is that it's a big place. There's a lot of people here. We feel like there's some percentage of the people that come here that are really interested in what we're trying to do, which is independent sci-fi.
All right, well, this is the end of my adventure here at WonderCon. It was my first time to ever be at a cosplay event this big. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for showing your support. If you want to get involved, get out there, go to the expos, go to the Comic-Cons and the WonderCons. There's some great artists, some great cosplayers, and it's just a great time. My name is Lauren Elise, and you're watching The Pulse.